walking around meeting so many of you. My name is Missy Crutchfield. I'm with Gandhi's Bee magazine, and I'm hearing your stories, and I'm meeting you and your family, the women, the men, the children, and I'm hearing about the tragic things that have happened. We are one family in this world, and because of social media, and because of our friends in the media, and thank you, Al Jazeera, for being here, because their voice has been speaking out so much. They have been telling our stories. Thank you, Al Jazeera. Hopefully, the brave media in the rest of the world and in my country will step up and make our country and all of the world accountable for what's happening in Egypt and what's happening to democracy around the world. I represent many friends back home, and there are many friends around the world that support you, but I have to recognize some of my friends, the Egyptians abroad for democracy worldwide. So I want you all to, where you can, show your appreciation, because they are also behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, telling your stories and fighting this nonviolent fight with us. So thank you, Egyptians abroad for democracy worldwide. Good evening, Istanbul and around the world. I come to you today bringing warm greetings from Gandhi's Bee magazine. We will be covering this. We are your friends too. We will be working and putting the spotlight on other media and talking to friends around the world to tell the story of democracy, because America, my country, believes in democracy, and my country needs to stand up and speak out about what's happening. We work with Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, and in our magazine and in our work, we tell the stories of brave people like you and your young people and all of those who are standing up to this nonviolence and this oppression, because the oppression must stop. We work with organizations who fight for social justice around the world, and we will not quit. We all know Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the modern independence movement of India, and his work serves to inspire us today as much now than ever. He used nonviolent means to accomplish his end, and he said an eye for an eye only makes the whole world blind. Violence is not the answer. We know that in America. We know that in our hearts. The young people in Egypt, this movement, this social media, the way we're standing up and speaking out, and you all in your bravery, you know that. This is about nonviolence. America, where are you? The rest of the world, where are you? If we don't stand behind democracy, then what will happen to democracy around the world? Violence is not the answer, though. Today's gathering is about freedom and democracy in Egypt and around the world. That is the message. It's also about these tools I've mentioned that we're using to tell the world our stories. Through the April 6th movement, we learned that the power of the internet, social media, and mobile technology is the new front line for democracy and activism. And the youth who started this are part of a global new freedom fighters movement, and they will not stop, and we will not let go of this movement. We will stand behind them on the front lines. Please know, all of you, that your struggles have not gone unnoticed around the world. You have many friends. Some countries, unfortunately, however, have remained silent when they should be doing more. Please know, there are many, many people around the world who support you, who are praying for you, praying with you, and who are working with you. We are working together. This is a movement of the people in the world today that is taking off in a very big way. In my country, it was founded on a principle of we are the people, a government formed for the people, formed by the people. In our Constitution it starts, we are the people. We need to support the people around the world who also want democracy. Sometimes that message gets lost, but it is the most important thing in our government. And in Egypt, you made your voice very clear that that's what you wanted when you made that historical moment in your history, never before, and voted democracy and had elections, only to have them taken away a year later. That is wrong. This movement was led by the amazing young people armed with computers and cell phones and other technology to fight for freedom. This is the new way. This is the nonviolent way. Everyone, take your cameras. Take your cell phones. Pick up your media, learn to use technology if you're not a young person, and tell this story. Talk to the media, talk to each other, be friends on Facebook, increase your Twitter, do not stop. Make your voice so loud, make your message so clear that America and the rest of the world cannot be silent anymore, that they cannot back down, that they must stand up and support this because this is democracy and that's what we want. Technology is and will continue to be the most powerful tool we can use to show the world the power of the people, to tell the world what is happening in our countries and in our cities and in our villages. We can tell the story of this oppression and the horrific things that have happened and are continuing to happen. We can tell about the killing and the imprisonment and the things that have happened to our girls, the raping and all of the torture. We can tell that story. We can force them to help us, to support democracy. We must speak truth to power in a nonviolent way around Egyptian and the world, in Egypt. As we work together for peace, democracy, and freedom, I pledge to share these stories on Gandhi's Bee magazine and to work with all media I can. I pledge to help this movement for peace to keep going. As we say in the U.S., freedom is not free, but let us use our social media and our writing. Let us work with our friends in the media and tell this powerful story, and they will listen. We will not stop until we are free from this oppression. We remember our friends and loved ones who have risked their lives. Many have lost their lives and many are not free and are being jailed for speaking out. Remember them, and remember we are not alone. You are not alone. We will work together to bring back the historical moment that happened in Egypt where there was freedom and democracy. We will remind our brothers and sisters who fight against us in Egypt and around the world that this is only about a process. To stop getting distracted about all the issues, to stop pointing the finger at the brotherhood, to stop calling names about different religions and different faiths and different colors. This is about democracy. This is about a process. We want that process back in Egypt. We want that process in the world. We will use these tools, again, the internet, social media, mobile technology that I've mentioned before. They are our swords. We will speak truth to power, and the media will follow, and they will follow this movement. As with the recent call to free AJ staff, Al Jazeera staff, all over Twitter, this forced the media to start paying more attention. Free AJ staff, free Al Jazeera staff, free Egypt, free our young people, free democracy, free democracy. The world is watching. The world will watch more now. Do not let your voices become silent. The world is watching. What will we show them? We will show them your stories. We will tell them the truth. We will fight oppression. Gandhi's message was "My life is my message." That was his message. Let our message be about a united voice for peace, nonviolence, freedom, and democracy around the world. As we realize we are one people, while we fight this oppression, we will fight the good fight, non-violently. I will close with Gandhi's words. Gandhi said, "First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win." We will win. We are one. God bless you all. Namaste. Salam alaikum.